In the equity markets, taking a look at the March S&P 500 futures contract, or the ES, the S&P Mini. Let's call it an unchanged day, but if you look at a chart, you might see a red bar if you're looking at the cash, as a 7-day win streak finally ended. Although it's an interesting thing, in the middle of that 7-day win streak, you actually had 2 days that gapped up on the cash side and then finished lower than they gapped open, but the close was higher than the previous day. So you still ended up with that 7-day win streak, but there was some underlying weakness that was starting to show through. Today we did hit all-time highs after the inflation figures came out. CPI figures showed inflation to be tame right now. Year over year headline inflation and core inflation both missed expectations by 0.1%. Month over month core missed expectations by 0.2, and month over month headline inflation matched expectations. You add into that Jerome Powell at a speech before the New York Economic Club, citing 3 decades of lower than average inflation, said he didn't expect a bout of sustained inflation to come anytime soon. We can surmise that rates are going to stay low for a while and help the equity markets. Today we ended up 58 basis points on the high side of things at 39.2850 in that March contract. On the downside, we're actually down 70 basis points, 38.7825, but as I mentioned, finished just above 3,900, right at that flat line. Wholesale inventories might have been part of the reason that the early rally turned, as inventories grew by 0.3%. They were only expected to grow by 0.1%, and that's versus a flat reading last month. So inventories obviously means either one of two things: a buildup of inventories because of an anticipation of more economic growth in the future, or a possible slowing of economic activity. When you combine that with that light inflation data, the market may have taken it as a potential signal of a slowdown. Now, earnings are still going. Big batch of earnings this week, and we still have well over 80% of companies reporting beating EPS. So earnings are cooperating for higher highs. The rest of the market, however, may be taking a small breather.